Hello, hello. This is Sweater Freak, episode 22, Sweater Freak's Knitting Lounge, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to my little knitting corner of the internet where I talk about my knits, yarn, ideas, behind the scenes, what have you. It differs every week. Sometimes I answer your questions. Sometimes I just talk about what I'm knitting, what I'm working on, or what I'm releasing. I am a knitwear designer from Canada, living on the West Coast. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're a return watcher, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing if you like this content, liking, sharing, whatever, anything helps. Anyway, yeah, so welcome to my episode 22. I didn't mean to rhyme. Anyway, today is a special episode because I'm releasing a new pattern, and I haven't actually released the pattern in, oh my gosh, over 2 months. It's been pretty busy. It's been a busy spring, and I've kind of sorry, my nose is itchy for some reason. I've been working on my knit along, like mystery knit along. I've been working on a summer t-shirt, which is next one up for testing. I'm a little bit slow in everything, but it's coming. And today's the day when I am releasing the Diamante Shawl, which is a full-on mosaic shawl that we're going to talk about. I want to demonstrate. I wanted to kind of give you an idea, what yarn to use, how difficult it is, etc., etc. I thought it'd be nice to showcase it in a video. So if you are my subscriber, you should receive an email with a special promo code so you could use to get your copy. If you are not, then there is a promo for everybody as well, and I'll leave the link below to the pattern as well as on Ravelry, as well as my website. So yeah, let's get started. So back about a year and a half ago, Art Yarns has given me yarn for support, and it's I just have leftover here, so I'll show you. It was Merino Cloud, which is 80% merino, 20% cashmere, and it's Italian. If you look on our website, it's all Italian fibers, so everything is really luxurious and soft. And if you like luxury and nice colors, Art Yarns is your gal. So I know she's stocked. There's stock list all over the United States. So this yarn is really nice, and she has all these different colors. So the colors I chose for my project, which at the time was something totally different, was black and white, just because I'm slightly color challenged, so I usually just default to black and white because I like high contrast. And most of my knits this year have somehow ended up being black and white. Don't ask. Anyway, and my initial idea was to do a chevron loop or something like that, and then I kind of thought, oh, this is not really jamming with me, and I thought, okay, mosaic it is, because I saw this mosaic stitch that I just had to adapt to a shawl. And I especially like the fact that it's kind of like not really a shawl. It could also be a scarf, because it's really shallow. Like, see, it's almost like a shallow scarf that you could wear it as a scarf, which I'll show a bit later. But this pattern really lends itself to shallow shaping. So you're really, really gradually increasing until you get to the middle part, and then you're just gonna decrease. And this is what the other side looks like. So it's a lot more demure, not as in your face. So I think this is a classic pattern, and my testers, which I'll link to projects as well, you can check out the projects, have done tons of different color combos. If you don't like black and white, you could also do low contrast. So yeah, why mosaic? Because I'm kind of addicted to mosaic, and I have been when was my first project with mosaic? I think it's been at least 6 years. Yeah, so I basically, once I started, I couldn't stop. I just love mosaic. Why? What is mosaic? I talked a lot in my episodes about mosaic, but essentially it's a subset of slip stitch category. Not every slip stitch is mosaic, but every mosaic is a slip stitch. And the term was actually coined by Barbara Walker. Now I'm just looking here on my bookshelf. If I could place, I should have prepared it ahead of the time, but basically Barbara Walker has a book that's called Mosaic Knitting, and the book was released, I believe, in the 70s. So the term has been around for a really long time. Now I'm just looking, I'm sure it's there, my eyes are just not seeing the book, but well, here it is. It's right in front of me. So this is the newer edition that you can get on Amazon. And what I really, when I got this book, or actually I got the second treasury also has these types of charts, I believe. No, it doesn't. But it does have something. I saw one of these treasuries have charts. And when I saw this way of charting mosaic designs, it made total sense to me, because there's a couple of different ways to chart the designs, and once you find a way that works for you, I think you kind of you kind of just fall into it, and once it sort of clicks, and it's color work. That's the type of color work, but the like for example, I'll show you, and this is the system I use for all of my patterns, where you could clearly see the pattern you're gonna get. And there's a certain set of rules how to read these charts from mosaic, which I explain in all my patterns. And basically once it clicks, you're on the roll. It's so addictive, you know, like, and the thing is with any slip stitch, obviously you don't carry more than one color. You don't carry any color. You just work with one color per round to end up with this. I mean, isn't that great? Like, you know, I know a lot of people don't like Fair Isle, the tension issues, and, you know, you're carrying like gazillion colors and it gets annoying, and, you know, working it on the wrong side is not for everybody, but this is definitely the solution. There's certain limitations because of that, you know, but I think that the graphic nature of mosaic is what I really like. So another thing about this pattern is I charted the first 40 rows for you, fully written out 40 rows to kind of get you started, and then the rest of the pattern is charted only. So your increase chart and your decrease chart and the end chart is charted only. But once you get started and you're going to do a couple of repeats, you kind of see how the pattern works. And I think that mosaic really lends itself to chart reading, because you can see what you're going to end up with, as opposed to, you know, when you're reading words, it's just, I mean, it gets very wordy. So I just wanted to show you a couple of different ways to wear it. Obviously, you can wear it as a shawl. You can wear it like this as a shawl. You can also wear it, you can wrap it, you know, after I blocked it, it really grew because this yarn is really soft and kind of smooshy, so it's going to grow quite a bit. If you use a different yarn, it might not end up with the same thing. You could also wear it like that in the winter, so you could wrap it 3 times. You could also wear it as a scarf, so just kind of go like that and just do like this, so it totally looks like a scarf, and you can, you know, this tip here, you could just kind of go like that. And so I think it gives you lots of different options, and it's a very modern project that you could, you know, even if you're a noob, even if you're a mosaic noob, I think it'd be really a good one to start with because it's so intuitive. I find mosaic in general like super intuitive because when you make a mistake, you can see it right away and you can fix it right away. Another thing I've included in the pattern is modifications. So you could make it shorter, you can make it longer, you can make a smaller version of it if you don't have, you know, enough yarn, or if you have too much yarn, you want to make it larger, although I wouldn't recommend it. It's pretty long as it is. It's about 78 inches long. But if you did want to make it longer, you could. So yeah, so I tell you which repeats to work, and to make mods you need a scale. So obviously you need a scale to measure when you're halfway through your yarn. Yeah, so this is it. By the time this video is released, you should be able to see the pattern released on Ravelry, which I'm gonna do it tonight. It's Monday morning, so I'm recording it ahead of the time. But you know, do come and knit it, and I hope you like the mosaic, because I sure do. I've got a whole bunch of mosaic patterns, and I don't think I'm gonna stop like I always think, you know. Maybe I should do something else, but it really sucks me in, like the graphic, you know, the graphic side of it. I've always really liked graphic, you know, high contrast graphic knits and graphic, you know, in general in fashion. It really pops, and you could also use texture to complement it. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. And I hope that you like the new pattern. And obviously, if you want to ask a question about it or anything else, use the form in the link in the episode. And yeah, submit a question. I'll answer it in the next episode. Or if you want more of this content, do consider subscribing. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. It was a short episode, and I hope you like the pattern, and have a great knitty week. Bye.